Hi, it's Kim, and welcome to the weekly wisdom messages from Expressions of the Universe for August 28th through September 3rd. I had to think about that for a second. So, I'm just getting back from my trip from Salem, Massachusetts. And when you come out of energy like that, because the energy is crazy high up there, when you come out of that and you come back to your home base, if you don't live in that energy all the time, you crash. You know, some of the other energy vortexes in the country, they're in Northern California, like Mount Shasta, Sedona, Arizona. Salem is definitely one of those energy places, those energy vortexes. And I feel so good when I'm there, and then I come home and I'm missing it. But I can't imagine winters up there. They would have to be horrible. But I got some new decks. I got some new crystals. And you know what? We're going to start with one of my new little decks. Look how adorable this is. And I don't even think you could see. Oh, let me turn it to the side. It's a little angel card deck. So when I was rifling through the deck to pull a card, this is the card that came out. And I'm going to have to turn it to the side for you because of the glare. And it's just one word, and it's awakenings. And I love that I picked this because these cards are not only for you, but they're for me too. And I really pay attention to the cards that I pull for you because I know that they have a meaning for me. And I really feel like this trip that I took was a huge awakening for me. Not only for me personally, well, yeah, I guess for me personally, but you know, my daughter and I went on this trip together, and things were smooth sailing, things were great. I knew that astrologically speaking, things could be crazy and volatile, and there could be breakdowns this past weekend. And I thought, well, because I'm aware of it, it's not going to happen to us, and it did, but it allowed an opening for us to have really great conversation about a lot of different things and get us to a next level. And I think that that's what this awakening card is about. So I feel like a lot of us are coming to the next level. You can see that cute little picture on there. And each of these cards, there's so many in this deck. Each have a little one-word meaning. But I think a lot of us are coming into a next level. So if you're a beginner in spirituality and connecting with yourself, maybe you're coming into an awakened period. Are you seeing 11:11 on the clock a lot? Or different other synchronicities and numbers? And I think for people that have been doing this for a while and have been connected, you're coming up to another level. We're having new awakenings. We're finally starting to realize. And when I have those moments, like I did this past weekend, I think that I'm on this level. And then, you know, you get that breakdown period where your eyes are opened and it makes you realize, hey, I'm not where I thought that I was. You know, here I thought that, you know, my soul was so wise and mature, and you realize that there are bits and pieces within yourself that still need to grow. We're always continually growing as humans. So the new deck that I'm going to be using today, it is Messenger Oracle. I love working with animal totems. If you don't know that already, you know, you're going to find out in these cards why this is so important. Animals come into our lives, even if it's, you know, a bird passing by, a squirrel running across the street. They cross our paths. They are signs. It's really important. I'm getting bit up here, so I'm sorry if I keep scratching, but it's mosquito time. If you keep seeing the same kind of animal, even if it's a picture of an animal in a store or you're dreaming about an animal, Google that animal totem and find out what the meaning is, because that is a message in your life. So I'm going to start with the first card. out of this deck that I picked. And it is called See the Signs. Look at the artwork on this. So with this See the Signs card, you see different animals in there. You see different symbols in there and signs. What this is saying, we are in a period where you need to pay attention to the signs. It could come in the way of numbers repeating themselves over and over again. It can come in the way of animals showing up over and over again, little even symbols, same song being played over and over again, especially something that you don't often hear. People showing up in your life, like somebody that you haven't seen in a really long time, and this happened to me today, so I'm going to have to pay attention to this. If somebody comes back into your life that you haven't seen for a really long time, think about and pay attention to when the last time they were in your life and what those events were that were going on in your life, and maybe what that person triggered, because you could be entering that phase again. We are constantly being guided all of the time by our angels, by spirits. They're wanting us to see the signs. Feathers, you know, I'm always picking feathers up. That's their way of saying, hey, you know, pay attention. Pay attention, let you know that they are with you, but also to pay attention because something big is coming for you. And if you have any questions about, you know, deciphering signs, please message me and I'll be more than happy to talk about that with you. But you know what I noticed with that awakening? I've been seeing the 11:11 on the clock a lot, 11:22, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 12:34. I've been seeing a lot of these synchronistic numbers over and over again, and I haven't really seen them for quite some time. So when they start appearing again, and I keep seeing them, I know something big is coming. And that 11:11 is an awakening code, which means that we're getting ready for an upgrade. So the next card that I picked, it is Stay Strong. And what this is saying to me is, during these times of change that we're going through, from now until about October, the beginning of November, some of them may not be pleasant. You know, everything in life is about balance, you know, light and dark, day and night, good and bad, if there is a good and bad. But this is saying just to remind you to stay strong during this time of transformation and transition, because you're going to come out of it. Everything is going to be okay. And I'm really getting bit up out here tonight. I should put some bug spray on me. But with that stay strong, it's saying you are so much stronger than you even realize you are. And this is going to give you an opportunity to, next card, I think this says go within, to go within and figure out what's going on in your life. We are coming up on a Mercury retrograde on August 30th. It will continue until September 30th. We will not be completely out of the shadow until October 6th. That's when everything is going to start to smooth out. This is a time for us to retreat, relax, rethink everything that's going on in our lives. Okay, this is this card. Next card that's coming up, it says, seek the answers within. Can you see that? Sorry about this light. It is dark out here, and I wanted to get this video out for all of you. And I apologize that I couldn't get it done sooner, but, you know, shit happens. So, when I see a card that says, seek the answers within, instead of going and talking to a lot of different people about maybe issues that are going on in your life or difficulties and problems, this card is saying you have all of the answers within yourself. It's time for you to seek the answers within yourself, because your soul, your inner being, knows the correct answer. When you seek outside help from other people, they can only answer to you based on their experiences and not really what is going on in your life. I mean, of course, if they're good friends, they're going to want the best for you, and they're going to give you the best possible answer that they know, but it's based on their own experiences. And then the final card is Show You Care. And this was interesting for me because this card speaks about the friends that we have in our lives, how we are friends to people, and allowing people to be friends to us. Don't shut yourself off from the world. If somebody is reaching out to you to be your friend, then you need to accept that help. You need to accept that friendship. And you need to be a friend for other people. So if you see someone in need, it's your job as a friend to be there for that person. So when you are there for people that are in need, their burden is halved because of your help. Even just a kind word to some people. But what that card meant to me was, it was interesting because this past weekend, my daughter and I, in our argumentative discussion, discovered that neither of us feel like we care about each other. And she is the most important human being to me on this planet. Yet she doesn't feel like I care about her. And so it really took a lot of soul searching on both of our parts to come to this great realization and to figure out how to move on from this and how to be each other's best ally, because we are. And I think we can only grow from that, and it takes an open heart. I know that the argumentative part came from both of us closing our hearts off because you don't want to experience pain. But sometimes you have to do that. You have to open up your heart so that you can express exactly how you feel. And also, it's not only about you expressing how you feel, but thanks, Bar. But listening to the other person, like really listening. And I found out that I don't often listen very well. Now, I love to do crystal card, and I picked from my original crystal deck, my old one. And I picked lapis lazuli. I know that this came up before. This is my big chunk of lapis lazuli. So this stone, back in ancient Egypt, was revered as one of the most powerful stones that there are. It was said to ward off evil. It was very protective. Not only that, but it's extremely beautiful. It has bands of gold running through it. And that is real gold, I believe. But the color, the blue color, they made jewelry out of it. It is a third eye chakra stone. It's also for your crown. And the blue, it's also for your throat. So it connects those three chakras, allowing you to speak and to see and to feel everything that's going around you. And when I pulled this, what I was getting from this was the use of this stone to heal any past issues, past life issues, so that you can move forward and be healed. It's to allow your intuition, your inner being, for when you go inside, to speak to you and guide you. And also, I was asked to ask this question. Do you call on your angels and your spirit guides every single day just to even start your day and to protect you and guide you? I would suggest to do that, depending on how you answer that question. If you are doing that every day, then great. If you're not, give it a try when you wake up. Center yourself and just call on the angels and ask them to be present in your life every day. This video ran a little bit longer than I expected, and one more thing. I always have one more thing. I got this really great piece of, I don't even think you're going to be able to see it. I did try and take some pictures. No, the lighting out here is horrible. This is amphibole quartz. It's angel phantom quartz. When I picked this up this weekend, it was like electric running through my body. I knew that I needed to have this. I will post pictures in the blog, in the companion blog, so that you could see what it looks like a little bit better. But this is angelic, and maybe that's where I'm getting that question from when I said I'm hearing, do you ask your angels every day for guidance and protection? So that's my message to you. I'm sorry that the video has run so long, but I love you. Thank you for watching. Have a great week. Blessings. And I'll see you all next week. Bye.